Recycling at St Bede's by Victoria, Kara, Joe, and Maxwell.
Hi, welcome to St Bede Venerable School.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Victoria.
We're here to show you how St Bede's recycles.
And how we don't recycle.
We're here to show you some bad effects of not recycling.
And we will tell you some helpful hints on how to recycle in your own class and at home.
In our podcast, we are going to talk to you about organizations and how you can get involved, students and how they recycle at home, and ideas on how you can recycle and what you can do with your recyclables to make the earth greener.
Throughout our podcast, Mrs. Lutzik will be informing us on recycling.
What does recycling mean to you? Recycling is important to me because it means that we will be sustaining our natural resources for the future.
Can you please describe the idea of a recycling team?
The idea of a recycling team came to me when I realized how many aluminum cans and bottles and water bottles we were just throwing in the normal trash. And since I recycle so much at home and I'm very strict about it, it kind of bothered me. And Mr. Mercurio also was interested in doing that, so we got together and we discussed it, and we thought maybe in the future we can start a recycling team that would be in charge of recycling better in the cafeteria.
And with the new newspaper, how is that going paperless?
Well, we're doing a very good job here at St. Bede's recycling paper already, and we decided when we started the newspaper again that we would make sure that it was online, and it's on the school webpage underneath the communication folder, and it is right in there, so it's accessible for everyone.
How are people going to know about the newspaper if it's online?
Well, the first way to find out would be word of mouth. You'd have to tell your friends that we're doing a newsletter, and parents are supposed to check that communication envelope section of the website regularly, so they should be able to see it posted. But Kara came up with a good idea of printing out one for each classroom, and we're using recycled paper to do that, and then this way each classroom has one copy that they can hang and have posted for everyone to see.
How do you recycle at home?
I reuse my ink cartridges.
I recycle newspapers. I take the recyclables out on Sunday.
I collect soda tabs.
This is St. Bede's cafeteria, where no one realizes that they don't recycle. And wait, we can try to fix that.
Tips on how to recycle.
Try to find an organization near you that helps collect old cell phones that nobody's using.
You can donate old ink cartridges or reuse them yourself.
The old cell phones and ink cartridges that are collected at St. Bede's will go to St. Bede's School Technology Fund.
Rechargeable batteries aren't only good for the environment, but they're also cost efficient. Recycled paper helps save trees.
Recycle old outdated electronics.
This includes
Old DVD players, VCRs, and PCs.
Here at St. Bede's, we recycle our PCs and become the place for recycled PCs.
We just received 40 PCs from the IRS that we will use in our classrooms.
How St. Bede's recycles.
How could we have our school recycle more?
We definitely have to put out bins in the cafeteria for cans and bottles, glass, because you do have to sort it, and you have to be very strict about that, because when they pick it up, they want it pre-sorted. So our team would be in charge of sorting, and we can make sure that when we do put those bins out, people aren't sticking trash in the recycle bins.
Information is now given out online instead of using communication envelopes and wasting paper.
One Call Now allows Mrs. Salmiani, our principal, to deliver important information to students' families. One of St. Bede's recycle bins saves 17 trees.
Hearing about Mrs. Lutzik's new recycling team inspired me.
All of last year, I took down the recycling bin and it inspired me.
We think not recycling is a problem, and we think we should do something about it.
Our school needs to recycle more.
This had been our podcast on recycling.
We hope you learned some interesting things.
Things that you can take with you on your recycling journey.
Don't forget to recycle the old
Outdated.
electronics.
For now, goodbye.
And reduce, reuse, recycle. Today, in our podcast, we're going to Okay, start over.
Natural resources for the future.